I'm camping in the woods. You can see a massive tent over there. I'll take you through and explain that in a sec, but I haven't been on my bike in the last 2 weeks very much. I did do a 3-day long vlog. I'm not too sure I've uploaded it or not. It was a bit rubbish, to be honest. I've healed pretty much, more or less, from my accident. Don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah, I've done loads to the camp. There's a firewood depot, whatever you want to call it. Log storage here. Nice little table over there. I've got these tables out of an old caravan, which as I say, you would have seen if I uploaded the other vlog the other day. So yeah, I've got the Terra Nova tent. Lovely job. I've got a little hammock my friend Ben lent me. Ben, the guy who owns the big tent over there. We actually needed to air it out because it's got a bit mouldy. We haven't used it in about 10, 12, 13 months, near enough a year type thing. And we packed it up wet along with my other tent as well, so my tent weren't mouldy. Fingers crossed his one will just air out and it'll be okay, with a bit of a rinse and a wash and a scrub. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I've got loads of new equipment that I used last time in a previous video. I'm going to run through it again quickly because I haven't got much to talk about. I've been taking it really easily. I've done about 35 miles in the last 3 weeks since my Audax event in Wales. Thanks for everyone for sharing that video. We got 17 shares on that. Really appreciate the shares, guys and girls. Yeah, let's take a quick look around and see what's different, and I'll take you through some of the utensils and tools that I'm using today to build my my bushcraft camp up. So let's take a look. Right, here is my workstation. This is where I'm going to be cutting up loads of wood and that type of thing. I actually, if I can dig it out, I actually snapped off my knife. This is an old throwing knife, just £1.50 or something like that off the local market in Felixstowe. It weren't too expensive. That's a rotten old bit of wood. Let's not even bother knocking that in. Anyway, this workstation houses all my wood. Underneath here we have a nice little box which I keep off the ground type thing, with loads of kindling in. And that kindling, that does a beautiful job for starting fires. And they even got a little bit of birch bark here, which is even better. You can just rip it off at your own leisure, you know, crunch it up, whatever. And all of the resin inside this is nice and flammable when dry. So yeah, that's nice and handy. I will actually be covering this. Oops! I will actually be covering this up with a tarp type thing. This is just a ground sheet. I'll be covering all this up so the table don't rot out over the next year or so. It won't last longer than a year, I don't expect. So with that out of the way, let's actually take a look behind me. You can see my bike over there in the distance. Down there you can fit another 2 tents. I'm going to have the fire here somewhere, something like that. And just out of the way so people can walk around the fire. Put all logs around, nice big logs around. And we can buy our to our heart's content, can't we? And yeah, I'm going to be building up the sides about 4.5 foot type thing, just up to your chest height type thing, and that will just stop most of the wind and that. So we can have smoke-free fires, smoke-free tents in the evening, and the smoke can just rise up with its natural heat and that type of thing. So like I say, this is for a couple more tents. I might, just behind here, next to the old thing here, I might actually put a little undercover bit for my bike, Kenny's bike, and anyone else's bike who fancies coming camping with us. So right, you see there's a nice little spot here for the hammock. Pucker job. It's not actually my hammock, it's Ben's, as I say, who owns the tent. Go check him out on YouTube. His name's 180 Felixstowe Hunter. He plays darts and he's a metal detectorist from Felixstowe, where I currently live, and he's got about 1,500 subscribers, so go subscribe to him. He finds diamond rings, necklaces, jewels, bracelets, whatever, military cap badges, you know, Saxon coins, everything like that. 180 Felixstowe Hunter. Go check him out. He actually challenged me to one of the lemon challenges for charity the other week, and yeah, I haven't got around to even doing it yet, and I want to do things like that for charity in a more comical way, and it takes a bit more effort to film and think of ideas, and You know, not a script parse, is that the word? Parlay, whatever. Not scripting it, but just a storyboard type scheme. Scheme, I hate that word, but yeah, just a storyboard. And then I know exactly what I'm doing in order type thing. But yeah, Kenny can have that bit. I did actually forget to mention just now, I made my own broom out of pine needles? Pine branches. It didn't work too well. It keeps falling apart on me like everything else I make, but you know, you gotta have a bit of fun in the woods. Bit of bushcraft, whatever you want to call it. I just call it making a broom. But yeah, enough about my dodgy broom. Let's take a look what tools I use and then see what gadgets I have with me. Right, quick overlook at the tools. I've got some baling twine, string, whatever. It's like nylon twine type thing. Axe cover, which is planted into a log rather firmly over there. I've got my nice, this is stainless steel Whitby blade. Absolutely amazing knife. I don't think it's the best thing in the world, but then again, it does the job for me. I've got a nice little hand drill. You can drill away, drill into wood and stuff like that, just to peg bits of wood through. Not quite sure what this is, I found this, but it's very handy for getting knots out and that type of thing out of rope and anything else. Actually, sometimes I think I even put this on top of a stick, using the stick as a tent peg, and I'll give it a lump with another bit of wood type thing, and that seems to do the job. And yeah, nice little plane, not a plane, sorry, draw knife. That is absolutely epic, whether you want to do some fine carving or make a bow or something, pulling it towards you. You make a nice little straight stick with one of them. This is quite a modern one, made to look old, but does the same job. Original blade, very, very nice and sharp if you keep looking after it. This is not a Gurkha knife, and it's not a machete. It's actually called a parang, and it's a very, very useful tool in jungles and places like that. This is an original one, the ivory butt on the handle, that's missing. It did have loads of copper and other ivory bits inside the handle, and around here as well there is a stainless or some sort of metal part around there, and this is just gone all through the blade. It hasn't come off of me yet, which is absolutely brilliant. And the next is a different type of draw knife. I've forgotten the actual name for this, but this is actually really, really old, this one. It's rusted to heck. I have sharpened it with my sharpening stone. It's very, very handy to have some sandpaper just to get the worst of the rust off. Worst of the rust off before you actually sharpen things, otherwise you're just wasting your sharpening stone, aren't you? Especially if it's like this and it's a wet stone. That does last a bit longer, but then again, I do actually need to make a new handle for this. There's a little handle that's supposed to go down here, just a little one just to hold on to. So it's like on the right hand side of you, you can put a stick and not rasp, you can cut away with that. And yeah, let's go and take a look at my camping tech. One last thing, this is actually just a bushwhacker, effectively. It's very, very modern, only a few years old. This helps just to cut stinging nettles, brambles and that type of thing down when I'm here in the woods. First off, you can see this is a Keith cup, made out of titanium. They're about 25, 30 pounds on GearBest. Go check them out in the link in the description box below this video, along with anything else you like, including the tools and that. I'll find whatever modern equivalent, but yeah, that's the Keith cup. I've got an Msr Titan Titanium Pot. This is like a little kettle with a spout. Although I have cooked pasta and that in this, you know, it's not that hard to clean up or anything. They're absolutely ideal. It does go back nice and shiny again, back to the original silver, if you get one of them metal scouring pads on it, but don't rough it up too much, or it could wear through to the titanium a little bit. Right here, this is a little Allox stove. This stove has served me very well for the last month. This is again off GearBest for about 12 or 13 pounds. You can get one of these multi-fuel burners. Today I'm just using a little bit, well it's all gone now, but a little bit of methylated spirit. You can use denatured alcohol and a few other fuel substitutes or anything like that. Very nice and handy. Good little thing. They're only about 12, 13 pounds on eBay, on a GearBest website. Come with a nice little heat resistant towel. It's not towel, sorry. It's not flame retardant. I have actually singed it in a few places, like there, nice and crispy. But then again, it's very, very nice. If you're getting your pot, holding your pot and taking it off the actual stove itself like that, all of this fits nicely into this little case and cover, and at the end of the day you can just pull the toggles, do it all up nice and tight, do a little overhand knot, just the one will do, very nice and handy and compact. Over here I've got a little mug. This is actually Ben's. Look at the size difference in the mugs, that is absolutely incredible. Oh, I've got a little bug, I've got a little insect boiling away in my coffee. Anyway, I do like pine for mixing coffee. Look at the coffee and how the coffee's actually stained the wood. I might do that on my floor at home, to be honest. There's a wicked, wicked effect. But yeah, as always, down Egbert's honey roasted, roasted hazelnut, and some demerara sugar, whatever it is. Right there, I've got some hobnobs, cheap version, and yeah, here are some lights that I use for. They're very, very bright, nice and handy for product reviews, a bit better reviews than this one obviously, and lighting me up at night when I'm near my tent. Down here we've got my Zag 20,000 mAh battery bank and my Terra Hiker light bulb. This plugs straight into your USB battery bank, and yeah, you simply plug it in, press a button. Oh, when it's turned on, press a button. That's medium, that's bright, and that's low. So that's medium, bright and low, and they're only about, you know, 5, 6, 7 quid maximum, dollars, sorry, maximum on GearBest's website. Let's try and get some sales for GearBest. They've sent me loads of free stuff, guys, so I'd really appreciate it if everyone went over to GearBest and bought the hell out of their products. They do some epic stuff for cheap. Another product I've been sent recently is this H16 light from GearBest. Actually features this high mode, medium, and a moonlight mode, and this moonlight mode goes 40 days apparently, 30, I think 40 days it said. But basically, once the light's on, you press and hold it and it'll flash, and there's a little blue light down here. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, this is 500 lumens, by the way. It's showing straight through my thumbs. That's quite cool, isn't it? That's very, very bright. But yeah, what this blue light means is you can wave in front of it. It's got a wave function, so if you have sticky hands or anything like that, you can simply wave in front of it and it'll go on and off. Now the wave function's turned off, and I can simply go down like that. This is USB rechargeable, fully waterproof light, absolutely epic light. Battery indicators on the side. One problem people don't like about this is when it's nearly out of battery, it does start to bleep at you. But then again, if you've got a nice little battery bank like this, it shouldn't be an issue because you can charge it up whenever and wherever you like. This thing is, I haven't actually got the charger for it. It's got a strange charger. It's not USB. It's got a magnetic charger that clips on the end. This actually you can press. Whoa, that's too bright. You can press at the end to turn it on and off, or you can press the button here to turn it on and off. This button here actually controls the beam itself. So if you press and hold it, it'll go dim, then one brighter, and then I think it's 800 lumen. I'm not too positive, but it's 800 lumen. That is absolutely amazing brightness. That this is actually called a Warrior, M2R Warrior by Olight, and this is a defense style torch. It's got slightly serrated bits around the end of the torch itself. If you're trapped in a car, you can always smash your way out of the glass windows and that type of thing. Let's just put this onto dim. If you treble press the button, it will go into flashing mode, and this is to distort any intruders or robbers or muggers that you may potentially have. And yeah, that does an amazing job. As I say, it's got a different method of charging. But once you got that, it's a very, very handy method of charging because it's magnetic. You just chuck the torch on the table like that, and this, if it's that far away, it'll just suck up to it straight away and start charging your stuff. You could also probably hardwire this in if you actually break the charger on the road at all. But yeah, that's very, very good torch from Olight. They're about, I think they're about $69, something like that. These H16, I believe they are, wave function lights. They're very, very good, and I did actually forget they're adjustable, obviously, type thing. Most things are nowadays. Very, very comfortable, and this sits in your pocket either way up. It's got a clip this way, and it's also got a clip that way. So in basic terms, it's a deep fit torch. They can fit nice and deeply in your pockets, so no one can see it. Or if you have it on the outside, it's nice and low down, so when you're sitting down, it don't jab you in the side or anything like that. Very nice and handy. But yeah, that's more or less everything here. I highly recommend this Alok stove for $12 off GearBest. Check out the link in the description box below, along with the Amazon links to my tent and everything like that. Also in the description box you'll see a link to this tent. You can buy it off Amazon now for about $60 or $70. My little two-man tent here has done me very well over the last few months. I got sent it by Amazon seller. I think it's actually Terra Hiker themselves, believe it or not. So yeah, go check them out. I'm not paid to say this at all, same with any products. I never had any money off any company to say anything, so you can always trust my word. If I use it, it's because it's done the job. No matter if it's a good product that's over £100 or a cheap product under £3. If I recommend something, it's because I use it and I found that it does the job sufficiently. On Amazon they're going for about $65, $70 right now, which is about £50. Absolute bargain, and the poles are highly lightweight, and all of the mesh around it you can see through, so you can see all the stars in the night sky and that type of thing. Right, so we all know what I've got and my setup is. Check out 180 Felixstowe Hunter's setup, mate. Him and his kids, he's got like 7 or 8 kids. They go camping with us. Whoa, there's a lot of midges coming out of this grass. Look at the size of that. That's absolutely massive. Look at that. Anyway, this is mine tonight. I wish, not really. We're just airing it out, as I say earlier. Trying to get rid of some of that mould and mildew and that type of thing. So yeah, shall we have a look inside? Let's go for a look. Come on, while I'm drinking my cold coffee because I've been filming far too long. Right, so here we are, people. This is 180 Felixstowe Hunters, aka Ben Bradshaw's tent. Absolutely huge, in the middle of the woods, and it's actually quite lucky we've got this space anymore, and it would have actually caught on these branches up here. So let's go and take a look inside. Let's do a sneaky one underneath. Hopefully there's not too many wasps in here or anything like that. It does smell a bit foisty, but yeah, I definitely need a wider lens than this. It's got loads of pockets for all your tat here. You normally have tables. This side actually pulls out a lot more than that. It goes out a lot more, but we're not interested in that. We're interested today in we're more interested in what it looks like inside. But yeah, comes in 4 massive heavy old bags there. I'll just turn the ISO up, 3200, that will do. That won't be too blurry, I hope, for people. We've opened all the windows and that sort of thing. There's big old bays for the kids to sleep. Very, very nice. But as we say, there's just a little bit of mould problem type thing. This isn't mould, this bit here, that's sweets. This is just mouldy mildew, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's a really, really nice tent. It's pretty damn dark in here, so I'm going to get out of here before I let all the midges in for when Ben comes tomorrow to clean it all. And yeah, over the next week, maybe even 2 weeks, we're going to spend hours upon hours, if not days upon days, cleaning this tent up. So right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, finish drinking my very cold coffee, and yeah, I'll see what I do. I'll let you know. one of the best parts about this tent is you can always roll this door up and then sit nice and nicely with your legs over the edge, and it won't have an interfering big door that's always trying to flap down on you. So that's a very nice feature that Terra Hikers put in. For the actual sleeping system itself, I have a Snug Pack Adventure Racing sleeping bag. This is an Adventure Racing sleeping system that pairs up with the Adventure Racing Gillet. With the Gillet it goes down to -5, recommended temperature type thing at lowest, and 0 degrees without the vest. The vest you can also put on when you're riding in the daytime and early mornings to keep you warm. Nice little toggle feature here. Middle side zip. Middle side, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, middle zip, absolutely perfect for when you've got a bivvy bag or anything like that. Snug Pack bivvy bags, I really would like a Snug Pack bivvy bag, as they're a little bit wider, you move about more and have a heavy duty sleeping bag in it. Even if you put a bigger sleeping bag than this inside the bivvy bag that Snug Pack makes, they seem to be generous with their space anyhow. Underneath I have a extra heavyweight and comfortable Terra Hikers sleeping mat, very nice. It isn't heavyweight at all really, sorry. It's just bulky, you know, it would take up half a panniers type thing, or one of these, and this sleeping bag would take up a 15 litre space. The sleeping bag squashes up a little bit more than this, actually about that sort of size it would squash down. I have it in a Caramore dry bag anyway, so I leave a bit of air in so it don't get too compact. It's not down, it's a synthetic material. The material itself is made in Switzerland, and it's obviously Swiss made material that's made specifically for Snug Pack and this nice material. Highly recommend them. So let's look at the other stuff and the setup in my tent. Right, so you can see the light bulbs on now. I'll just take you through my setup in the tent type thing. You've got a light bulb. Over here you got battery bank. In the side pocket over there's plenty of pockets on this tent, but yeah, in that side pocket I have all my bags and that for stuff. In the other side pockets I have my torch up the top there, and then a pocket just down here I have my Olight head torch, headlamp type thing, H16 thing. My battery bank straight up to the light, also with a charging cable. I've got my 2 bottles. I've got my down jacket with which is a sleeved variety. My Lotus camouflage saddle pack, absolutely amazing. I really hope they bring them out to the general public in 2019. Absolutely amazing bags. I highly recommend these Lotus bags. They may be cheaper, but absolutely epic quality for the price. I'm actually an ambassador also for Low Alpine in this Aeon 27 bag. Absolutely ideal for general use. You can go camping with it and hiking and that. It's got loops all over it and whatnot. So yeah, go check them out in the link below. I'm going to have loads of links to make up in post-production of this video. But yeah, what do you reckon my setup? I like the hammock there. It's very cosy. I've got my normal setup there. There's actually the entrance to my camp. If we just go around here a little bit, you'll be able to see a bit more clearly with my dodgy camera work. Camera's still on a tripod. So this is my new camp. What do you guys reckon of the camp? Is there any improvements that you would like to see? Or any ideas that you have so I can complete this setup quite easily? It's very big space, as you can see. I try to maintain and keep it clear as much as possible. Over there is a little path that I've dug into the woods type thing, just so I can access firewood and things like that. And up here you can see it, there's a nice little cut, well there's 2 or 3 of them, dead trees that have snapped off halfway through the pine tree, sorry. And yeah, the owls and other birds of prey sit on top of them and cuckoo away as they do in the night. And yeah, I'll see what I do. I'm not too sure where I'm going to put the fire yet. I may put the fire where these pine needles are here, but that all depends how much space and how many people end up camping. Right, so everything's now set up. I've got floodlight on me, camera on me, fire going. That's where the fire's going. Amazing job. No chance of rain today, so I'm going to leave the fly sheet, the over sheet of the tent off. I'm going to leave everything out. There's no chance of deer or any wildlife coming today. The scent of humans is all throughout the woods today because we're putting the tents up and woodwork and that type of thing, and cooking and cups of coffee. But yeah, I'm going to drink this. But the trouble with titanium is they get really, really hot. They transfer the heat really, really well, in other words. And yeah, that is a little bit too hot still. I've had the lid on this for about half an hour now, and well, about half an hour, 45 minutes. And yeah, it's still a piping hot cup of coffee. There's no milk in it. Normally I have a bit of blue milk or something in it, but not today, not at the minute. So yeah, what I'll do is I just gather everything up, lock my bike up just in case no one comes down this way. But I will lock my bike up just in case, and leave you guys till tomorrow morning, just on some nice footage of the fire. So night everyone, peace.